So we have got a ton of just miscellaneous projects to do in prep for SICK Summer. Small things that I initially wasn't going to share because they're not that interesting. However, people on the stream over at Bryce XD, by the way, if you didn't know, I am Bryce XD. I stream on Bryce XD every single night. Asked me to make a video out of it. So tons of smaller miscellaneous projects. One of them is almost already done because, again, I didn't think I was going to make a video out of this. But I'll show you what we're doing, and I'll tell you why we're doing it. It's weird. Only a couple people have done this, but if you can't tell by my supercharged 87 Conquest, I don't really care how many people have done it. So let me just show you. I'll walk you through what we've done and why we're doing it really quick. So this is a really obscure thing that not a lot of people have done yet in Drag and Drive, which I'm surprised because it's pretty effective and a really good idea. So the issue was when we got back from SICK Summer after towing our trailer last year, our springs were literally junk. And by junk, I mean junk. We had to replace them, throw them away, unusable because the weight of the trailer bouncing up and down on the street actually destroyed the springs. So the shocks were okay, the springs were shot. So we had this idea, and I'll show you what parts we used. I bought one of these like Vevor cheapo kits off of, I think I got this on Amazon. It's like $150. All it is it's an airbag suspension kit that's supposed to be a tow assist for like S10s or smaller trucks that struggle towing, lower weight trailers, just to help take some of the stress off of the suspension and allow the truck to ride a little bit better. And like I said, we're pretty far into this project already, so I don't get to show you a lot of this, but pretty much the way it works is you've got this, bracket here that actually U-bolts, carriage bolts with a U thing, around the actual rear axle, around the rear end housing. It bolts around, and then the airbag with just one bolt in the bottom bolts on top. And then to bolt it to the frame, we had to get a little creative. It's really hard to see. I apologize. I wish I didn't, choose to film this video later in life. But this is just a C-channel with a spacer and a bolt on top. That is literally all it is. Just a C-channel that cups around the frame to stop this from wobbling around. And then there is a kind of a nipple on top where the air hose comes out. This is going to come out, and you can see we did it to this side too. We haven't finished this side yet. We're still playing with it, getting it positioned right. And then it's just going to have an air line that comes out underneath here and sticks out by the trailer hitch. So before we go for a drive, all we have to do, hook the trailer up, plug the lights in, and then there's going to be kind of like a little Schrader valve. Put it to 20, 30 PSI, whatever it's got to be. And then these air ride shocks will puff up, push up against the bottom of the frame, and actually support the rear end while we tow the trailer, so that way we don't have to replace springs. I'm sorry this is just talking and not showing any of the work, but I had no intention on showing this at all, but people asked me to show it. So I apologize. I didn't show this. I'll show you the finished product when we tow with it finally. But to add to that, the one thing I'm hoping we can get into this video is the cover. We still don't have a metal cover for our fuel cell. That's the big thing. We are still deciding how to approach this, but I'll show you. When it's done, I'll show you, I promise. And the last thing we're trying to do for Sick Week prep is dress up our trailer. So our trailer is good. We found some things we don't like about it on the road. Let me show you. So if you haven't watched the Sick Week videos from last year, by the way, go watch them. I had a great time. I can't wait to go back again. We put the wheels and tires on top. We set it on here, which was fine. No issues with that. I think I liked how we did that. But this latch, the weight of the tires kind of going over bounces, actually broke this latch. So this doesn't work. It's all bent. And I don't know if I can show you. No, you can't really see it. It's all bent and broken and beat up on the inside. I mean, bad. It broke that completely. So I'm going to come up with a better way to latch this closed, which, again, not that interesting, but I figured I might as well share. And another thing we got mad with was this is just a motorcycle trailer, so it's just got this little leg. So somebody has to physically lift this, which when this is loaded, it's not light. It's not heavy, but it's not light. It takes a lot of work to have somebody lift this and move this around. So I think I'm going to work on cutting the camera doesn't want to focus. I apologize. I think I'm going to work on cutting this off and find something that I can bolt on as like a wheel jack for like a boat trailer and just make it easier to move. And then once that's all done, maybe we take out the trailer, tow it with the air ride shock in and kind of play with it, go for a spin. We'll see. But that is the premise of this video. I'm sorry it's a lot of talking and not a lot of doing because we already did a lot of the work to the airbags on the car. But this is what it takes to prep for Sick Week. I mean, This is part of the process, unfortunately. It's a lot of small, weird little things you would think you would never have to do to a race car. So before I start cutting, I wanted to show you kind of the mock-up. So this is another Amazon VEVOR special with the wheel on it that folds down. This bracket just bolts around the actual tongue frame. So it's pretty convenient. It's actually really nice. But unfortunately, if you look at the bottom, you can see right here, we are actually hitting the existing bracket because all it has is this dinky little piece of crap leg. So I'm gonna pull this leg off, I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna start cutting this bracket off. And once that's cut off, we can just bolt this on, and it should just work. I mean, it barely fits as long as we have something. I'll show you. Here's the purpose of this. This is the goal. You can take this little thing, right, take it out, and then this swings down, and then boom. You have a leg with a crank that if you crank it, the leg goes down, and you do it that way. Because otherwise you have to physically lift this up, have one guy hold it, and then have this thing come out. And whenever you move it, you have to carry it, and it's a pain. So I'm gonna start cutting stuff on this, and I'll show you that. Here we go. No more bracket. The old garage rattle can strategy.
Oh, jeez.
And then in case you did too much and it drips, you put the cardboard underneath, you call it good enough. I also wanted to show you the GNX is back. The GNX is actually here. It's a piece of junk and it needs a lot of stuff, and I could probably talk about it for 45 minutes, so let me know if you want me to make a video about it in the comments, but it is home. Not gonna move for a long time. It's kind of a piece of crap. All right, after cutting some stuff out of the way, I know this isn't like a major improvement. However, for us, it's gonna feel pretty major because we were annoyed with this thing so much, but it's bolted on. It fits barely underneath here. Everything's tight. Then you just pull this little lever out, a crank, you can walk it up, and there you go. And now instead of having to carry the trailer around, it's on a crank and it's on a wheel. So we can roll it around wherever we need to go and not carry it like a bunch of Neanderthals. This piece is on here and easy functioning. The next thing to fix on the trailer is this latch doesn't do anything. I don't know if you can see, but that's supposed to be the latch, and it is all bent up and destroyed from the weight of this bouncing with the tires on it. It broke that off pretty good. So I am going to just not use that latch anymore because as far as I'm concerned, it's junk. And I'm going to try to do something really weird. I'm trying to make these little $2 pieces off Amazon work. It's just like a regular door hinge, but it comes down onto a unit like this that you just grab and you just take it and you kind of spin it. And this is how it locks in place. And that way it's locked and it's closed and it's just holding it down. So I don't know. Cheap solution. I'm gonna try to just drill holes in this quick and stick it on. It shouldn't take terribly long. Probably shouldn't be showing you this, but I was drilling the holes trying to mount this hinge to the back, and I goofed up. I just went straight through it, the drill bit. I can't keep anything nice for too long without screwing it up. It don't matter. This trailer's part of a race car. Don't gotta be pretty. So after a couple of minor complications, with the one major one just being my lack of intelligence and destroying my own stuff, I think, let's check this out. This comes down. The hinge is on here. Close and lock. Aha. Success. Got to put the other one in, and then I think that's it. Once I get the other one in, I think we're done with trailer stuff. So I'll probably just give you a quick glimpse of it when it's done, but I think that's it. Because the trailer got fully serviced last year. I mean, bearings were all greased and redone and everything. I think we're good. I just got to get this other hinge on and trailer's ready. All right, again, I know it's not that interesting, but they're both on. So let's say you want to lock it, latch down, locked, latch down, locked, right? And you go and drive, and it's on there. It's latched. It ain't moving. Get to the track, take the key, boom, open, open, boom, open, open. Not that interesting, but compared to what we were doing, this and the wheel in front are significant upgrades. This was such a pain in the ass last year. I'm glad it's going to be better. So this is kind of our solution to go onto the frame. It's a little goofy. It bolts to the top of the airbag, but because the airbag isn't directly underneath the frame, it kind of sits off to the side, as you can see with the bolt holes. Put a piece of metal in here that'll be even with the top of the bolts, so it should kind of cradle the frame correctly. Not perfectly, but it's also doesn't need to be that perfect. Airbags kind of give you a little bit of space to screw around, so not a huge deal. I'm just gonna put a coat of paint on these, last coat, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get the airbags installed, and then we're pretty close to ready for SICK Summer, way in advance, which is nice. And no, we aren't painters. We don't have a studio. We use rattle cans because we're men. Damn it. And if you're wondering if I'm worried about overspray getting on my car, no, I'm not. I don't really care if my car changes colors that much. So this is kind of our idea. I showed you the bracket we were painting, and this is going to be the bolt head sitting on the frame, and this thing on the other side. You see it's kind of offset just a little bit, but this bracket goes around the rear end. So once we get this bolted together and eyed up, this is sort of the total image of it. It'll make more sense when it's in the car. I just wanted to show you out of the car so you could see it for just a second. So here is our messed up creation. You got the bag is kind of in this little U-bolt thing, and it's tight on the rear end, and the bag goes up to the frame right there with our little piece on it. You can kind of get a better shot from the side a little bit as to how this works, but this is it. We're gonna put the other side in and then run lines out that tee it, so that when we're towing the trailer, we can just hook up to a valve, 20 PSI, 30, whatever, and then our springs won't get worn out anymore. So when it's done, I'll show you both sides. All right, so we got the airbags both in entirely now with our lines kind of running across to a T here, and then it goes out to just a regular valve that is actually bolted to our trailer hitch. These gusset holes are the right size. So what we're gonna do is take this cap off like you would a normal tire, you know, gonna put 10 pounds in and see if we got any leaks, but we may have a fully functioning airbag tow assist symptom on our Conquest. Symptom. I am a symptom. Was it to blow up? Oh, says 10 already.
Fill your bags.
And we're leaking out of the one I thought we would leak out of. I can hear it.
I can't. Where are you leaking from?
Right here, I can hear it. That one's leaking. I think we stopped our leak, and if you take this bag, squeeze it, it's working. So, and this one too, it's stiff. There's definitely 10 pounds of air in it, for sure. I can't move it. So, very cool. There you go, job done. Okay, one more not interesting thing. This cylinder that helps you support the lid of the trailer is totally shot. I'm gonna show you how we found this out. So imagine you're standing right here at the edge of the trailer, leaning in gently to get something, and a gust of wind blows this. So you're standing right there, right? Watch this. And this happened to my dad. This is how we figured this out, watch. Right on your head. Yeah, imagine your head's in there and that happens. That's happened to my dad twice. So I'm gonna replace this cylinder. Oh, my hinges flapped down. Look at that. Oh, look at this. How beautiful are my new hinges. So I'm gonna replace this cylinder just so my dad doesn't get too many concussions on SICK Summer this year. Not interesting, but let's do it. Again, I know this isn't a major upgrade, but look at this. Okay. Almost opens itself up with the new cylinder in there. And here's the big deal, right? If the wind hits this again this year, it's not falling over. I'm not even kidding. We were almost knocked out of competition literally because of concussions. So I know this isn't a big deal to you guys, but to us, this is huge. Because watch this. I have to push it to get it to start. But then once it goes, oh man, night and day. Night and day. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but this actually hit us in the head multiple times. So cool. So most of you may not have seen this, but in the recent Pizza Hut commercials, they had some like retro styled guy come in and, you know, give them whatever cheesy bites or the hell it was. And in the background, I'll put the picture on screen right now so you can see it. If you look at the car the guy drives, you can only see it for a little bit. He actually drives a red 87 to 89 Chrysler Conquest. And I noticed, and I'll zoom in, on top of the car, he has this little Pizza Hut thing. So I thought, how hilarious and stupid would it be if I found one of those and I bought it and put it on the car and drove around Six Summer as the Pizza Hut Conquest. So I'm going to show you what I found and I bought. Ooh. What the hell is that? Here, you want to pull it out? I'm hoping this is one that was actually used on a car and isn't just a decoration. Let's see it. Yes! And it's got, what are these, suction cups or these magnets? What are they?
They're probably rubberized magnets.
Rubberized magnets? We can probably put stronger magnets in this too. Here, hoist it out. Let's take a look. You can see it's dirty. This is even used. It was actually probably on someone's car. Is it a magnet? It is a magnet. Perfect. Maybe put stronger magnets in here. Here, hoist it up. Let me show the camera. Yes! This is the best upgrade that Conquest has ever seen. Let's put it on. Let's put it on the car. Oh, I gotta see what it looks like on the car. Put it on. Oh, it's so perfect. Look at this. We got a pristine unit too. It even has the instructions still on it and everything to wire it up. Oh my goodness. Do not exceed 55. We're going to put better magnets in it. We'll go exceeding 55. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. So it's got magnets. It should just stick right on there. Get it nice and centered. Perfect. It just latches. Are they strong?
It sucked it right out of my hand.
wait, let me back up. Let me get a shot of this. It looks so dorky. It's perfect. Look at it. It's the Pizza Hut Slow Quest. We're going to be going down the road with this thing on probably during Six Summer. Then we're going to go a rip 10-second, maybe 9-second passes? 9 seconds or no? We let me go 9s?
One time.
We'll go 9s on the last day. We're going down the street as the Pizza Hut freaking Conquest. Yes. I don't want to tell you guys how much money I spent on this, but I'm going to tell you right now. Looking at it, I think it was worth every penny to get this stupid thing on the car. Let me get try to get the same angle they have in like the screenshot that I got. So it's like, kind of like this angle. It's so perfect. That was worth all the money. I love it. Honestly, I can't wait to see the pictures of us like that the magazine guys take of us going down the road with this stupid thing on the hood and a trailer behind us. It's gonna look so stupid. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I love it. So you want to record me trying to pull it off? You think it's on there pretty good or what?
I don't know.
Is it on there tight? Oh, Jesus. All right, maybe we don't need to upgrade the magnets. It says don't go over 55. This would stay on at 155. Those are good magnets. I don't think we need to upgrade these. I think we're okay.
Just to make sure you don't scratch the roof.
Yeah, make sure you put it on straight,
Yeah.
up and down.
Don't slide it around.
Yeah, okay. So we let air sit in the air system for a few days to make sure it holds air, and this is after 3 days. The tire is usually tucked in there, not sticking out like this, so it's holding air. It lost 2 pounds over 2 days, but now we're gonna measure and see where it sits here and let the air out and try to determine where our base measurement has to be on it.
29.5.
29.5. We're usually on 27, I think. So he's gonna take this wrench and bleed the air out of the air system. We're gonna see what the actual ride height usually is. Hang on, I wanna get a shot of this falling down. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So what was it at before? 29? 29 and a half. So now we're out of air completely. What does it sit down at? 27 even. 2.5 inches and just 25 pounds of air. It goes up and down. That is going to make it tow so much better. So much better with that assist. So I'm not exactly sure how, but my dad was able to hunt down the company that initially made the chargers and batteries for this. And he got the lights to work on it. It lights up now. I'm going to turn the lights off so you guys can see what this looks like, what it's going to look like at night when we're driving it. Well, look, it actually lights up. It totally works. Hang on, let me turn these back lights off so we can see it better. No way. Look, hang on, wait. I'm gonna put the deck lid down. Hang on. Look at this. We're gonna be cruising down the street late at night on 6 Summer, going 1,000 miles with this thing looking like this, with the Pizza Hut on top, just like the car from the commercial. No way. Oh, this is so dumb. I'm with everything we've done to this car, and we've done a lot in a short amount of time. This is the thing I'm most excited about. It's gonna look so cool in all the pictures and everything. I'm so stoked. That is so cool. Let me get a better angle. Hang on. Check that out. You can't get dumber than this.
Photo cells right there.
I'm trying to see if it works. Oh, it works.
Watch.
Yep.
Wait for it.
Okay, we're waiting. Oh. Dude, so it's actually activated by the sun. It'll actually work to shut itself on and off when we're outside. That's so stupid. Awesome. Well, we have a charging cord for it, a new battery, and everything. So the Pizza Hut sign is officially fully functioning. What do you think?
Might have to put a switch on it to turn the power off, just because it seems like it's not sensitive enough to turn off in daylight, because we're using flashlights to turn it off.
Oh yeah, I get that. Fuck the technical jargon. What do you think about the car with the Pizza Hut sign on it?
Is there technical jargon with the Pizza Hut sign?
Right.
I'm not sure there is.
Was it worth the effort and the money?
Oh, I think it's cool as hell. Be nice to run 10 flat with a Pizza Hut sign on it, though.
And would they let us run with the sign on? Probably make us take it off, right?
I would say you probably don't want to lose it on the racetrack and make a mess.
Yeah,
So,
that braking would be a problem. And I would cry if that broke at this point. Okay, anyway, the cover, let me turn the lights back on. So this is what we came up with for a fuel cell cover. This is gonna sit in the trunk and just cover the cell. This is all made to the specifications of the NHRA, totally legal to use, which is really all we need it for. So we technically have like a pseudo rear firewall here, but we need to cut a little bit of notches for the battery and lay it in and bolt it down. So I'll probably just show you the finished product when this is done. Not the finished product, work in process right here. Just want to give you a quick shot. This is pretty much what it is, just a big piece of aluminum. The fuel cell is underneath this. We're going to put the door in the middle so we can access everything and then get it all pieced up together right and make it look pretty. But work in process. I'll show you what the fuck, Bryce? The end product when we're done. The hole.
and I'm Santa Claus.
Yep. And you're covered in dust.
Aluminum num num.
Looking like Charlie Sheen on a Saturday night.
Hey!
And then we have access to the fuel cell and the sending unit if needed. You can also kind of reach in and grab the vent line and return line if something gets funny. And the next step is going to be throwing this on top here, which is where the hinge mounts to for the door. And then I don't know if you have the actual door with you. And then this has a Zeus fastener plate, and the door will hinge on top, and you can kind of flip it open to get access to everything in the fuel cell like this. So got to clean up the hole a little bit and get rid of the burrs and everything and put the door on, and then a few bolts and it's good to go. I told you guys I'd give you a look at the finished product of what it's going to look like. So this is the trunk. So this is what it's going to look like normally as we're going down the road. We have some trim pieces that aren't in yet, but this is what it's going to look like. And then if you want to put gas in it, all you got to do, this carpet right here, Velcro's on. Peel the Velcro up. Peel this carpet away. Carpet just kind of folds up like this. Boom. Here's the panel underneath this piece of cardboard that normally goes in here as well, which we're hoping will deaden the sound a little bit. Zeus fastener. If I had the talent to use them correctly. And boom. Fuel cell. There you go. And now you can get in here, take this off, fuel it up all you need to. We got funnels we can use for this to make it easier, everything. And then you want to go on the road, latch it back down. There you go. Zeus fasteners down and put the carpet down and you're ready to go. That is the last step to make this thing track ready. You're gonna do a couple things, change the timing in it. We're gonna take some timing out just to try to account for the boost. What else? Put the wheels and tires on it, and the next time you see this thing in a video, it will be at the racetrack. Yes, he's running. Putting transmission fluid in, taking some timing out, getting her all set up, got the race tires on. First time having these things on since July 27th of last year. We took it out last. Beautiful. Ready to go, baby. Ready to rip. Hell yeah. Sounds good, looks good. I'm ready to get after it. Big Smoky Burnhouse, baby. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, watch to the end. Put in the comments what you think it's going to run. If you made it this far and you watched the whole video, go to the comments right now. Tell me what you think it's going to run tomorrow. Because as of uploading this video, if you're seeing this, it's going up on Thursday at 5 o'clock. If you're seeing this when it's fresh, I'm actually at the track with it right now, trying to see what it's going to do. Totally ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because the next video is going to be this car running at least a 10, maybe a 9. See ya.